Which one of the following statements is correct? A. The function of an information system is to improve one's ability to make decisions. B. The information system is the chain of operations. C. A map is a collection of stored analyzed data. Its stored information is suitability used in making decisions. D. All the above. The correct answer is all the above. The interaction of the electromagnetic radiation produced with a specific wavelength to illuminate a target on the terrain for studying its scattered radiance is called A. Passive remote sensing. B. Active remote sensing. C. Neutral remote sensing. D. None of these. The correct answer is active remote sensing. The normal altitude of GPS satellite is about A. 16,200 kilometers. B. 2,200 kilometers. C. 24,400 kilometers. D. 36,100 kilometers. The correct answer is 2,200 kilometers. Orbital radius of GPS satellites is approximately A. 15,200 kilometers. B. 26,600 kilometers. C. 18,400 kilometers. D. 36,000 kilometer. The correct answer is 26,600 kilometers. Which one of the following statement is incorrect regarding the electromagnetic radiation? A. These are produced by the motion of electric charge. B. The oscillation of charged particles sets up changing electric fields. C. The changing electric fields induce the changing magnetic fields in the surrounding medium. D. None of these. The correct answer is none of these. Consider the following statements regarding the satellite imaging. 1. The satellite orbit is fixed in the inertial space. 2. During successive across-track imaging, the Earth rotates beneath the sensor. 3. The satellite images a skewed area. Which one of the following statements is correct? A. 1, 2, 3. B. 1, 3. C. 2, 3. D. 1, 2. The correct answer is 1, 2, 3. In GPS receivers are used are A. Electronic clocks. B. Atomic clocks. C. Quartz clocks. D. Mechanical clocks. The correct answer is quartz clocks. Formation of snow occurs if the cloud temperature is A. Just above the freezing point. B. At the freezing point. C. Below the freezing point. D. None of these. The correct answer is below the freezing point. In case of reflection and refraction of electromagnetic radiation, A. Angle of incidence, angle of refraction. B. Angle of incidence, angle of reflection. C. Angle of refraction, sum of the angles of incidence and refraction. D. All the above. The correct answer is angle of incidence, angle of reflection. For interpolation of satellite data used for monitoring dynamic changes that occur on the Earth's surface, the most suitable orbit for the satellite is A. Circular orbit. B. Sun-synchronous orbit. C. Near-polar orbit. D. None of these. The correct answer is Sun-synchronous orbit. The altitudinal distance of a geostationary satellite from the Earth is about A. 26,000 km. B. 30,000 km. C. 36,000 km. D. 44,000 km. The correct answer is 36,000 km. Geodiameter is based on A. Propagation of modulated light waves. B. Propagation of infrared radiation. C. The visible light as carrier with frequency of the order of 5x 1014 Hz. D. High frequency radio waves. The correct answer is propagation of modulated light waves. A passive sensor uses A. Sun as the source of energy. B. Flashlight as a source of energy. C. Its own source of energy. D. None of these. The correct answer is Sun as the source of energy. The infrared portion of EMR lies between A 0.4-0.7 m, B 0.5 mm to Lm, C 0.7-1.3 m, D 0.7-14 m. The correct answer is 0.7-14 m. Who coined the term remote sensing? A. Evelyn L. Proucte, a geographer. B. Gaspard Félix Tornachon, a French scientist. C. Wilbur Wright, an Italian scientist. D. None of these. The correct answer is Evelyn L. Proucte, a geographer. For C-band synthetic aperture radar SAR with Doppler bandwidth of 1300 Hz, the coherence length LCO is A. 130 km, B. 230 km, C. 250 km, D. 500 km. The correct answer is 230 km. The optical property of a water body depends on A. Absorption by the dissolved material, B. Absorption by the suspended particulate matter, C. Scattering by the suspended particulate matter, D. All of these. The correct answer is all of these. Crop acreage and production estimation Cape was funded and taken up in 1983 by A. USA, B. European Union, C. Russia, D. India. The correct answer is India. The ratio of the total solar radiant energy returned by a planetary body to the total radiant energy incident on the body the called A. Reflectance, B. Reflectance factor, C. Albedo, D. None of these. The correct answer is albedo. Spatial variation in horizontal and vertical directions is caused due to A. Physical weathering of rocks, B. Chemical weathering of rocks, C. Biological weathering of rocks, D. All of these. The correct answer is all of these. The code-based GPS receivers are generally used for A. Vehicle tracking, B. Land navigation, C. Trans movement, D. All of these. The correct answer is all of these. Critical angle of electromagnetic radiation takes place if A. Angle of incidence is equal to angle of refraction, B. Angle of incidence is greater than the angle of refraction, C. Angle of incidence is equal to 90, D. Angle of refraction is equal to 90. The correct answer is angle of refraction is equal to 90. The GPS space segment consists of navigation satellite timing and ranging whose number is A8, B12, C16, D24. The correct answer is 24. Which one of the following geometric errors of satellite sensors is random? A. Scan skew, B. Panoramic distortion, C. Earth rotation, D. Altitude variation. The correct answer is altitude variation. Earth observations from a satellite platform provides A. Synoptic view of a large area, B. Constant solar zenith angles and similar illumination conditions, C. Repetitive observations of the same area with intervals of a few minutes to a few weeks, D. All of these. The correct answer is all of these. Due to scan geometry of a satellite sensor, A. The of nadir resolution is degraded, B. The ground distance swept by the Senor IFOV is proportional to sec2 where is the angle of scan measured from the nadir, C. The details towards the edge of the scan get compressed, D. All of these. The correct answer is all of these. A time-varying electric field produces a magnetic field. This phenomenon is called A. Hertz's law, B. Ampere-Maxwell's law, C. Faraday's law, D. Kirchhoff's law. The correct answer is Ampere-Maxwell's law. The maximum sun's radiation occurs around A. 0.4 m wavelength, B. 0.55 wavelength, C. 0.7 wavelength, D. none of these. The correct answer is 0.55 wavelength. Pick up the correct statement from the following. A. The minimum frequency of light for which no electrons are emitted is called threshold frequency. B. Polarizing angle of glass is 57.5. C. At the polarizing angle the reflected and refracted rays are orthogonal. D. All the above. The correct answer is all the above. Pick up the correct statement from the following. A. The refractive index of a medium varies according to the wavelength of the radiation. B. The variation of the refractive index with wavelength is called dispersion. C. The splitting of colors of white light by passing through a prism is caused due to dispersion. D. All the these. The correct answer is all the these. Which one of the following attributes is not associated with digital maps? A. Color, B. Symbology, C. Legends, D. South arrow. The correct answer is south arrow. The object of photo-interpretation is A. Identification, B. Recognition of objects, C. Judging the significance of objects, D. All of these. The correct answer is all of these. DGPS is based on the concept that bais errors in the position of locations in a given local area are same if their distances are within A. 25 kilometers, B. 50 kilometers, C. 75 kilometers, D. 100 kilometers. The correct answer is 100 kilometers. The reflectance from a surface is called specular reflection if it follows A. Snell's law, B. Lambert's cosine law, C. Planck's law, D. All of these. The correct answer is Snell's law. The changes in the reflectivity emis-sivity with time is called A. Spectral variation, B. Spatial variation, C. Temporal variation, D. none of these. The correct answer is temporal variation. According to the Snell's law, if an electromagnetic wave is incident in a medium refractive index m1 on an other medium refractive index m2, the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of refraction. B. The angle of refraction R is given by C. Both A and B, D. Neither A nor B. The correct answer is the angle of refraction R is given by. Pick up the correct statement from the following. A. Phytoplankton contains photosynthetically active pigment. B. An increase of phytoplankton increases the backscattering in the green region. C. An increase of phytoplankton absorbs the bulle region rapidly. D. An increase of phytoplankton decreases the backscattering in the green region. The correct answer is an increase of phytoplankton decreases the backscattering in the green region. Which one of the following factors does not affect the scale of the air photographs? A. Focal length, B. Flying height, C. Ground elevation, D. none of these. The correct answer is none of these. While propagating through homogeneous isotropic media, A. Directions of both the fields are orthogonal, B. Both the fields are at right angles to the direction of propagation, C. Both A and B, D. Neither A nor B. The correct answer is both A and B.